to. It's been a battle all night, and for many in this building, this feels like the end. But Leroy and Cerrone, they've been here before. Leroy lurking, eyes locked in, and he pulls it loose. He's got the steal with 5 seconds left. He looks up, finds Cerrone. Cerrone catches, steps into it. A 3 for the win. He hit it. Cerrone from downtown. Leroy to Cerrone. They have done it again. They've done it again.
Leroy and Cerrone Show, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Feels so good. What a day. Happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there. My God.
Red? Are you in red?
Listen, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. I sounded like an 80s wrestler. Let me tell you something, brother. To all the fellas out there, again, today's Valentine's Day. I got a huge smile on my face. Number one, because a brother is in love. Shout outs to my wife, Tina. But another reason why I have a huge smile on my face today is because for the first time in my life, on Valentine's Day, I got everything done before the actual day. No running around, no going to the store this morning, no trying to find a card, even though all the cards are gone, no trying to buy flowers or anything like that, no trying to get reservations. I did it all before today, way before today. So I'm relaxed. I'm feeling good. I have a smile on my face. Cerrone, how are you? Tell me you got everything done before today.
I'm good, man. I got the flowers and stuff out the way, and
Nice.
we're gonna try and hang a little later on, but we good.
Why are you cleaning it up?
Good.
Why you cleaning it up? You guys are gonna try to hang?
No, not like that. But yeah, no, we good, in a chill kind of way. In a chill way.
It's Valentine's Day, ain't no chilling. There's no chilling.
Look. I mean, I know I probably told the story in here before, but me and Boo's history pretty much started on because of Valentine's Day.
You got 4 kids for a reason. I've got 4 kids for a reason.
Love was in the air.
It's time to get greasy. Tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Obviously, it's Valentine's Day. We have some special guests who are going to come through. And then towards the end of the show, I need you guys to get prepared because we are going to not even need you to participate. You're going to want to participate on this beautiful Valentine's Day 2026 with Leroy and Cerrone. Now, before we get started, y'all know what we got to do. We got to introduce the music of the day. Now, back in the day, good old throwback radio, they had this thing called The Quiet Storm. Around here, we had David Allen Boucher. Bedtime Magic. Shout out to David Allen Boucher.
Bedtime Magic.
Bedtime Magic. I used to actually...
I get it now.
Yeah, that's that magic during bedtime. And so today, we're dedicating our music to just good old love songs. It's the quiet... All right. I had enough fun. But y'all know what it is. We are just going to listen to some really good Quiet Storm throwback R&B. It's about love on this Valentine's Day. I love that. The Quiet Storm. Which, by the way, as I was thinking about it, a storm is never really quiet. There's always thunder, and that's when the noise...
It's a family
quiet.
show now. Come on now. It's a family show.
You're right.
I saw where that was going.
I gotta say it. Tonight,
the hurricane ain't never quiet.
If there is a quiet storm, the thunder ain't the only thing that's going to be quiet.
Oh, God. I knew that was coming. Folks, this might be our last week.
No, please. I've heard so much worse on this station and in radio throughout the land.
Good point.
Cut it out. Like I said, this is for the grown and sexy. That's the last freaky thing I will say.
I'm pretty sure it won't be. We ain't been on for 9 minutes.
You know, the word freak and freaking you, it has a meaning. But then it depends on the situation. Can I take it to pro sports? Can I take it to the Super Bowl?
Go ahead.
We're going to use the word freak. And I'm going to tell you right now, your New England Patriots got freaked out dragged out, ran through. During the Super Bowl, Cerrone, they got cracked. They got cracked. It was so embarrassing. Cerrone, when it was 6-0, I believe, I went on Facebook and I said, listen, if this offensive line don't get it together, it's a wrap. My own daughter, God bless her, who, by the way, kind of went viral because I'll tell you about that later, about her appearance at the TD Garden. But anyways, she said,
man, all your kids done had a viral moment at the Garden.
I don't know what it is about the cameras, man. They just seem to find the Irvins. But they got cracked. And I said it, my daughter goes, wait, well, do you go? You're panicking or whatnot. I said, no, I'm sorry. I'm watching this game like a lot of us were watching the game. And I couldn't put the whole, I'm a Patriot fan. I'm going to be faithful and hold on and have hope. I saw it. You saw it. You saw the offensive line in shambles. And I said, that's it. It's a wrap. If they don't fix this, it's a wrap. I thought the game was over when it was 9-0. 9-0. Cerrone, what are your top 3 reasons the Patriots looked pathetic in the Super Bowl?
I guess I'm going to put them all in the same boat, man. Inexperience. We praised the youth all year. Youth. Youth comes with a cost.
Yeah.
We all know it. Youth, when you're young, you have the athletic ability. You're fast. You see everything. You remember everything. We all remember when we were 19 and how easy everything was. I could dunk when I was 16 years old. Mm-hmm. But you didn't even know how to use a debit card.
True.
You had all the traits. You had everything. You didn't know, but you knew nothing. And that was a situation in that game where it wasn't about skill or talent. That was a mental beating. They mentally were destroyed. And when you have a lot of your key players are young players or guys who have never played that much football, think about it. Drake May, it's the first time in his life he's ever played more than 11 games of football. 11, 12 games. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Will Campbell, Travion Henderson. He was in a national championship. That was the 11th game of the season or something like that. So, these guys have never played that far. Kyle Williams has never played that far. Wilson. A lot of the guys on this Patriots team didn't have a lot of playoff experience. They never played this far, even the veterans. You had some guys that have been around, but they were the young players who happened to be a lot of key positions. The youth got them, man. It was technique. It was footwork. It was recognizing what they saw. It was pressure of the moment, the lights, panicking, that type of stuff, hyperventilating, not just all the things that you would see a young person have to deal with. If you took your kids to work for the first time and stood there and watched them, you watch them panic on how to do basic things.
Yep.
Or if you've never been under pressure before, somebody simply asks you your name, you might slip up and have to think about it for a second. I've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it happen too. And because of that, Cerrone, I'm giving my first red flag I'm going to go with the coaching. I thought they were going to do a much better job preparing this young team to be ready for the big game, and they were not ready at all. They looked shook, just like you just said. So I'm going coaching, and then after that, and all of these, in my opinion, it's like you ever stack dominoes just to knock them down and watch how, beautiful it looks. It's just a domino effect. They weren't prepared. Talent's always been an issue. And then after that, I'm going with the offensive line, especially the left side. I said, oh my God, I was like, hey, if it won't work, we know the game is won in the trenches. They lost in the trenches. I said, it's a wrap. And then after that, I got to go Drake May. I thought he threw up on himself. Yes, he's young and he's talented. He was in the conversation for MVP, but he threw up on himself. I expected more, and we didn't get it. And the funny thing is, Cerrone, neither one of us said anything about the defense. The defense showed up. The defense stood out.
The defense. I came out of that one looking like there's no way in the world the Seattle offense was top 3 in the league. There's no way that was a top 3 offense. But if you saw what the defense did, the reason they were probably top 3 is they forced a lot of 3 and outs. They forced turnovers.
Yep.
They managed to score with 28-20, whatever they had final score was. They still got to their season average of points per game, not because the offense was lights out, but because they got so many cracks at it, and
Exactly.
you saw basically what they did. They beat the Patriots the way the Patriots beat everybody else's playoffs.
It's the domino
They beat
effect.
them at their own game.
The domino effect of everything falling. Hey, the offense can't stay on the field. Defense has to keep going out there, and you just knew over time they're going to break, and that's what happened.
And I know we're about to take a quick break, but I'll spend the whole next 15 minutes saying why I was wrong. I have no shame in that.
All right, well, there's
a lot of things that happened in that game that I did not believe would ever happen, but we'll get into that.
All right, let's do that next. 617-779.
More Leroy Irvin and Cerrone. taking your calls, giving hot takes. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
That team we saw last night that took the field, that team is not a team I would take coming out of the AFC going into next season. I was very disheartened by what we saw. They have been ahead of schedule all season. They have played well past expectations. I don't know how you can watch that team last night that had absolutely zero offensive production, did not seem to have that next gear when they needed it, and couldn't adjust at halftime to what was happening and say, yes, I feel confident. They're young. He's young, but we still have a left tackle in Will Campbell, who I'm not sure is going to be the starting left tackle on opening day based on what we saw the postseason. A left guard who I don't know is going to be the starting left guard based on what we saw. And quite personally, it's just such a parity-driven, turbulent, up-and-down NFL world we live in where I can't look at Mahomes coming off the injury, Josh Allen coming off the early losses, Bo Nix in Denver, and, of course, all these other great quarterbacks, whether it be Herbert Burrow in the AFC or Lamar in the Ravens, and look in you in the camera and say, Patriots are the favorites next year.
First take talking about the Patriots, and I don't know if anybody can really argue with what he's saying. I mean, I'm sure they
I can.
Oh, here we go. This guy
You
wants
know
to
why
argue.
I can argue? I'm going to argue not because of what he said about the Patriots, but his confidence. This is the problem. His overwhelming sorry, I got the red light in the background. My wife called me and said, hey, you should put the red light on Valentine's Day. Red light special. So if you watch it on YouTube, we got the red light everywhere.
Yeah, that means something else, too. I ain't going to go there.
He said, look, we were done with Freaky by 10 minutes into the show. But anyway.
I remember that TLC song, but anyways, go ahead.
It's the overconfidence in everybody else. That's the problem.
Okay.
He just quietly threw in there, with Mahomes coming back from the torn up knee, we know he's going to be Mahomes. Wait a minute. Stop right there. Pat Mahomes tore his ACL in November or December? So we're expecting Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City team, by the way, they were already done before he blew his knee out. Let's make sure we remind people of that. Kansas City was pure trash since week 1. And the only reason you gave them some hope was Mahomes. But now that same Mahomes has a torn ACL and Kelsey's about to get married and retire. So we don't know what Kansas City is going to be after that. Well, and then Lamar Jackson, Lamar was there this year. What happened?
Or Lamar and the Ravens.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow. What happened? Joe Burrow been there. They've been trashed for 3 years in a row. We still wait for Cincinnati to be something. I get those guys are good quarterbacks, but the other 50 players around them suck. Lamar Jackson's coach is somewhere else. They just fired the head coach of a team that the Patriots just beat and eliminated in Baltimore. But we trust that team. We trust Derrick Henry, to not be a year slower. We see our running backs fall off a cliff. We trust Lamar Jackson to stay healthy. We trust the new situation in Buffalo is going to work out. They just fired their head coach. How are things looking over there? We expect that to be great going into next season. The only thing that is guaranteed next year is Drake May, the young guy that's healthy with all the young guys around him. Everybody else got neither new coach, new pieces, or new kneecaps. But there's body parts all over the AFC, and the same reasons the Patriots made it this far are the same reasons that the same things are going to be in play next season. Bengals suck. They can't play defense. Quarterback can't stay healthy. Lamar Jackson's banged up. They got a new head coach. Buffalo still don't have a receiver, as far as I know. Unless Stephon Diggs leaves here and goes back there, which he's not going to do. They don't have anything on the outside. They still got their issues. They're a year older. Their quarterback's a little more banged up. All the things are still in play. And looking at the Patriots schedule, everybody's, oh, man, next year, I don't know with this schedule. You trust Minnesota to come into Foxborough? No, you don't. You don't trust Vegas. Pittsburgh just fired their head coach. Aaron Rodgers is probably about to retire. You still got Miami twice. You still got the Jets twice. You got the Chicago Bears. Yeah, you beat them last time you saw them, too. I mentioned Kansas City. Let's say they lose to Seattle. Let's say they lose on the road to Jacksonville. Doubt it. Then after that, that's it. That's it. And you get Denver at home this time, probably earlier in the season. This team can still have a good season, a good year next year. And to base all of this simply because they lost in the Super Bowl is ridiculous. So wait a minute, you're going to hold them losing badly in the Super Bowl, but we're not going to hold what happened to Jacksonville losing the first round.
No, I see your point, Cerrone, but I think what it is people are looking at the Super Bowl performance, especially on the offensive side, and they're saying, man, the Patriots were exposed, and they got a lot of issues.
If that was Buffalo, they would have put up 30.
I get you, but they got a lot of issues, and how are they going to deal with it? And I think that's the bigger question, the bigger conversation.
You gotta eventually give the opponent credit for that day.
Yes.
For that day.
But I believe, and I kind of agree with this, the Super Bowl pretty much was like, you kind of saw the holes and you saw the dents in the armor of the New England Patriots, especially on the offensive side. And then everything just got exposed in that game. Now, again, give the Patriots credit for getting to the Super Bowl. Absolutely. But the question is, where do the Patriots go from here? What do they do? How are they going to improve? We don't know that. That's an unknown. But at the same, how do they improve so that once these other teams that you just mentioned potentially
those
get
teams
better,
are gonna suck. They're done. Their windows are closed.
If they potentially get better, can the Patriots maintain their dominance and get back to the Super Bowl? And I think that's the biggest question. 617-779-0985 is the number. People are calling in. They have their opinions. Where do the Patriots go from here? But before we do that, Cerrone, you said that you were okay with coming on air and admitting you were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong on a bunch of things when it came to that game. For one, I got to give Kenneth Walker credit. I didn't think he was capable of playing like that. He was an afterthought, in my opinion. I didn't think he was capable of having the game. He was the MVP of the Super Bowl, and he should have been. Mm-hmm. No, actually, I think the kicking game of Seattle, very underrated. Their punter was money. He put it inside the 5, felt like 10 times. But he was the best offensive player out there on the field. But anyway, I'm not even joking. But I got to give credit to Kenneth Walker. I didn't think he was going to be able to run on the Patriots on defense the way he did. No one did all season, especially when Milton Williams and everybody was out there healthy. And it wasn't because the Patriots weren't getting pressure in this. The Seahawks offensive line was throwing guys around. They were getting in the backfield over and over again. He was just making the first 2-3 guys miss. That delay run, which you see a lot in the college game now, where a lot of times the quarterback holds it. That patient running, it threw the Patriots off everything they tried to do. It killed their rhythm. It killed their timing. And then once he made the first couple guys miss, he was in the open field. It was 8-9 yards over and over and over again. It's amazing that guy never reached the end zone, but I didn't think they were going to be able to do that. I thought it felt like Sam Darnold played the game of his life, but then you look up and it was like one of his worst games of the season. Mm-hmm. But where I was wrong, he was elusive. I said right here, we knew where Sam Darnold was going to be standing when they got pressure. He was going to be right behind the center, 3 yards, 5 yards back, whatever, and they were going to get plays on him. They were getting to him, just like Kenneth Walker. He was making the first guy miss, creating more time, making it, even if it was a 2-yard gain. A lot of times, he only completed 50% of his throws. He would throw. He had time to throw it away, and that prevented sacks, strip sacks, potential turnovers. I was wrong with Sam Darnold's ability to make people miss in the pocket and get out and make plays. And he did the entire game. It wasn't like he was going up and down scoring touchdowns, but just being able to punt the ball away or kick a field goal and not get sacked and get taken out of field goal range, to me, was massive for the Seahawks. And that was something that, what I said he couldn't do, it was something that Justin Herbert couldn't do, C.J. Stroud couldn't do it, Jarrett Stidham couldn't do it, which was not turn the ball over when they're under pressure. He was under pressure. He threw it away. He got away. He made the play. And those two things, Kenneth Walker's ability to make people miss and Sam Darnold's ability to make people miss, were the difference in that game. That's how they won that football game. Like you said, it was 9-0. It felt like the game was over because Seattle was like, yo, all we got to do is not throw interception. Let's just keep punting it away. We're fine punting it away. They tried to take big plays. Shout out to Gonzalez. It's probably going to be the most highest paid player in the galaxy right now. He made a name for himself on that. And for those that didn't know him now, because JSN did nothing. But it's Sam Darnold, Kenneth Walker's ability to make people miss, won that football game and kept the Patriots from forcing turnovers and getting in and getting those big plays that would have got them going and got their offense into short field situations.
All right, 617-779-0985 is the number. I see people are calling in.
You're listening.
ball. Oh my goodness. Our poor New England Patriots just got caught up in the middle. We thought they were in the eye of the storm, and then the eye of the storm passed, and they got rocked. I think
the overreaction storm was worse.
They got rocked.
Oh no, they did. They absolutely did. But it's almost like losing that game meant they lost the next decade of Patriot football. That's it. You got to go find the quarterback. Vrabel ain't it. 8 seconds after the game, I'm like, they lost.
Here's the deal. I'll tell you why a lot of people feel that way.
We watched Mahomes take L after L in the Super Bowl. Like, oh my God. Yeah, we'll be back.
But he's done it before. Here's the thing.
But he was given grace.
Here's the thing. True. But Drake May and the Patriots have to get there again before that grace can be given to him.
No. Mahomes caught his L before he even got there. And was given grace.
I asked the question, 617-779-0985. Phone lines are loaded. We'll get to you soon. Where do we go from here when it comes, especially to the young guns? We're going to get to the veterans. We will talk about them. But when it comes to the young guns, starting off with Drake May. Cerrone, I remember back when they played Cincinnati. And Drake May, first half was kind of off, and people were like, what's going on? There was no talk about injuries or anything like that. And before that game, Cam Newton said he was a system quarterback. Stay with me.
Go ahead.
The reason why I'm mentioning that is because for Drake May, one of the things I want to see him improve on is when his name is being talked about, when he's uncomfortable on the field and he hears things off the field, I feel like he gets rattled. Can he handle the pressure? That's one thing I'm praying that he's going to work on. I think the loss is definitely going to help him with that. The other thing, his footwork. And I think always it's okay to dump it off sometimes. A lot of times he's trying to work it down the field. I get it. A lot of the times he's very successful. But then there are other times where it's just like, you know what? No one's open. Don't force it. And I'm pretty sure Drake May is going to be able to recover and do what he needs to do. But when asking where do we go from here, it's things like that, especially with Drake May. I know we're going to get into Travion Henderson, the offensive line, especially when it comes to the young guys. But that's how I feel about Drake May and what I'm looking forward to him improving on for next season. How about you, Cerrone?
To me, with him, it's just continuing like this. Put it like this. This point last year, you're going through coaching changes. You're getting implemented to new stuff. McDaniel's coming in, telling you everything you learned the year before that. Throw all that in the trash. It's starting over again. All the things. I think now it's time for him to. I think he's, as far as skill, talent, and all those things, I think he's already there. It's the mental part now.
Yep.
Only thing that he can get now is experience. You can't learn that on the offseason. He just has to keep playing football until he gets to the point where he's seen everything. And I think that was the issue with the coaching. We wanted Josh McDaniels to be Josh McDaniels, but we completely took out the fact that the quarterback that he had on the field knew as much as he did. And that wasn't the case this time. It wasn't the case when Brady would go back to the huddle and say, hey, they're bringing that corner blitz. When I see 21 creeping over here, let's run this or that, or you do this or that. And he had the Julian Edelmans and the Ron Gronkowskis and those guys. And like you said, the running backs. How many running backs did Tom Brady have over his career that he could dump it off to? And they knew to be on the same page, and they just knew how to run things. If it was no huddle, whatever. The veteran presence on the field didn't match up with the coaching that was on the sidelines, and that was the gap. So we look at it and say, oh, the coaching was bad. No, I don't think it was. But the young guys, look, the lights, they had jets flying overhead. They won the Super Bowl. They just were playing Madden 2 days before, and now they're in the Super Bowl. It's just the youth got them, but they need experience. Like I said, that comes with playing football. The one thing I want to see from Drake May happen, I think it's going to happen because he's so young. Pay attention to his body now and watch him as time goes on. I want to see him put on weight. I want to see him get stronger. We want to compare him to Josh Allen. I want to see him look a little more solid like Josh Allen, get bigger, if that makes sense. Not so he can escape or can make the strong. He's got the arm, he's got the speed to take the hits. He's got to put on the body to take the beating. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying keep behind a bad offensive line and all that. I think it's for him, for Travion Henderson, for Kyle Williams, for Garrett Wilson, for Will Campbell. It's all about weight room now. Now you've been there. Let's get NFL bodies. Let's get used to playing 20 games of football. We've been playing 11, 12 games in college. Let's get used to playing 20 football games. So that means getting stronger, getting quicker, getting in the gym, eating right, all the things. You saying he hears stuff from guys saying stuff on social media or on First Take, whatever it may be. Throw the phone away while you're working out.
Yep, learn how to block the noise. Yeah,
you can't be 22 years old no more. You got to become a grown man now. And I think the difference was I still don't think Seattle had a massive talent gap. What Seattle had was a veteran gap. Seattle had a bunch of guys that have been there, that have been around football long enough. Not saying they have a ton of experience playing long into the season.
Right.
They just had a lot of veteran guys and a couple young guys sprinkled in. The Patriots had a bunch of young guys and a couple veterans sprinkled in. So now going into the offseason, time to grow up. Let's get into the playbook. Let's get into what we're trying to do. Let's get stronger. Let's get faster. And the mental part will come with experience. And I think that was the only difference in that game. That was a mental beating. They mentally did not match what Seattle was out there, and they were completely confused across the board until they didn't figure it out until halfway through the third quarter. By then, it was too late.
And I think coaching-wise, that's why people are critical of Vrabel and Josh McDaniel, because they thought their experience was going to help them be a little bit more prepared for the Super Bowl. They probably still would have lost if they were a little bit more prepared, but regardless, I think that's what people are holding against them. Listen, we got to take a quick break. I promise when we get back, your phone calls. We are going to talk Patriots for a while.
Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
617-779-0985. We all need some love after what happened to the Patriots last week. So, Cerrone, let's let the people get whatever it is that's on their mind, on their hearts, on their souls off. Let's see. Let's go to Jay in Dorchester. What's up, Jay?
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Just a couple things, man. Even though we lost the Super Bowl, we definitely overachieved this season. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We just got to pick up a couple pieces on the offensive line, top receiver, and Vrabel looks like a great coach. And one more last thing. Shout out to all the married couples out there with an empty house. The kids are at their grandparents' house.
Yeah.
And play that meeting in my bedroom.
Oh, there's a meeting in my... We're going to keep it G-rated as much as we can. Let's move on. Let's go to Mac T in Whitman. Mac T, what's going on with you?
Man, fellas, how you doing, man?
We're doing good. How are you?
Cerrone, I got to co-sign on everything you said today so far, all right? It was a difference of not just, it was, when I'm talking about age, it was more like JV versus varsity, not in talent, but in age. Leroy, you kind of like triggered me on something about the Cam Newton nonsense.
Yep.
That dude's a fool, all right? That dude is a fool, right? Bro, this kid was an MVP caliber quarterback in his second year, all right? That dude had one good year.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, Mac T. Listen, I agree with you as far as Cam Newton, but what I'm saying is I think things like that, stuff like what Cam Newton was saying to Drake May, obviously I don't know Drake May, but I just get the sense that those things he hears, and it might bother him. It might throw him off a little bit. And that was the first thing I thought after Cam Newton said that and they went against Cincinnati, and it seemed like Drake May was pressing in the first half. He was a little bit off. And my point is when there's pressure, whether it be from the media or outside or on the field, Drake May seems to get rattled, and I hope that he grows from that.
Real quick, this is something that we've talked about on this show 100 times before. Mm-hmm. We're used to the Michael Jordans and the Tom Bradys and the Deion Sanders of the world taking any slight as disrespect and using it to fuel them.
Yep.
When we've criticized the current generation of athletes for being overly sensitive to things that are said on social media and TV, whatever, to the point that they respond to these guys a lot of players respond to them on social media or even on their own platforms or podcasts and all that stuff. Why did we think Drake May would be any different than the younger guys? He's the youngest guy. I know he's the youngest quarterback we've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Why did we think these things doesn't bother him? This is a kid that grew up with social media and reading the tweets and all the things, and his wife is on social media doing her thing. Everything about him is so public. His family, his brothers. Why did we think it'd be any different with him? And I think the biggest question is, if you think that is affecting him, how does he get over that?
Yes,
and use it as opposed to it's bothering me to, man, let me go ahead and drop 500 on these dudes and show them.
Right.
Kind of use it as y'all still disrespecting me, like the previous generations used to do back in the day.
If anything, he should look at coming in second place for the MVP. It was a close vote. Dude, you're good. You're talented. You've got it.
You got to believe in yourself at this point.
Yep. There's just certain things within your game that you know about, and you as a person that you know about that you need to work on. Just work on them. We all got to work. Let's go to Spence and Beverly. Spence.
Guys, great show. A couple points I'd like to make. First and foremost, I don't see Drake May as a rattled 23-year-old. Was he rattled in Buffalo when he threw the ball to dig 60 yards down the field with a precision throw in Buffalo in hostile grounds where they were predicted to lose? Was he rattled in Denver? Was he rattled anywhere? I've never seen the kid rattled. The kid, all he talks about is God and my faith. So people of faith, they're at a different level of mental toughness. Right? He has things in perspective. The second thing, you got to protect your number one asset.
Yep.
You got to protect May. You got to get a better offensive line. Matt Campbell, I can't tell you how many times I almost cried seeing Drake May bring the ball back and then try to go forward, and his arm getting hacked like he's in Game 7 of the NBA championship. That arm's going to fall off. You have to protect him.
Appreciate it, Spence. The only problem I have, again, Drake May, yes, he has moments where you're like, man, this dude showed up. You can't take that away from him. But in order to be great, and the greats do this, they're just way more consistent with it. They're not rattled as easy. And in my opinion, I just feel like he gets rattled very, very easy. Anyway.
Yeah, there was plays, believe it or not, to be made in that Super Bowl.
Yes.
It was times when guys were open.
Mm-hmm.
The interception he threw late that would have completely changed that game if they had scored on that drive to Kyle Williams. He threw it across the middle of the field, and Williams was streaking to the deep post. If he throws that ball out in front of Kyle Williams, he's still running. Now you're talking about a game that's what, a 6-point game or whatever at that point. But the pressure, he kind of was aiming. You know, I see basketball players getting a cold spell, and people say they're aiming now instead of shooting.
Yep.
He was like aiming the football. There was no pressure. He didn't have to throw that ball like that. Mm-hmm. And he threw it right across the middle of the field where the defenders were and not out in front, which is a throw he's been making all season. Mm-hmm. But there was plays to be made, but that's the part where people say he looked rattled or was nervous or maybe been some pain in his shoulder. You're hearing 100 things. I think it was just flat out nerves. That's all it was. But I agree with the caller when he said the kids showing toughness all season. He made the throws in Baltimore in a game they needed.
Let's go to
prime time.
Let's go to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
I'm sorry. Let's go to Steve with the Rivers Fall and Fall River. Steve.
What do you got to go to Denver or Buffalo for? Did Mac Hollins make a touchdown catch?
Mm-hmm.
Did Mac Hollins make a catch over the middle before the touchdown catch?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two finest passes of the game.
Mm-hmm. But
the
Steve,
touchdown pass to Hollins. Wait a minute, he couldn't feel his shoulder. This is nonsense.
No, Steve, I totally disagree. Again, no one's going to sit there and say, "Hey, that Denver game, he had a phenomenal game. He had moments, great moments." Yes, but when you're watching, especially in the Super Bowl, now you remove the elements. It's great. It's nice out. Shoulder or not, he got on the field. And when you get on the field, what you do on the field counts. You can't sit there and make excuses afterwards. At the end of the day, he played a little rattled. He played scared. And that's cool. He's 23. They got to the Super Bowl. Great.
Yeah.
All we're talking about is how do they advance next season? How do they do better? Starting with Drake May. And one of the things that he has to work on is just being more consistent and not easily rattled.
And you're talking about a guy who led the league in completion percentage. He completed 72% of his throws.
Right.
And in the first half of that game, they kept highlighting pass behind this guy. Pass too high, pass too short. He missed wide open Austin Hooper on a play. He probably still running as well. When he threw it out, he's almost his back was toward the end zone. I can't remember which quarter it was. It was early in the game, I believe. But there were plays that he normally makes, and the only excuse you can give was he was a little tight. But again, that's age, that's experience. We're not saying he's a bad football player. The reality was, at the end of the day, it's the most shocking thing to me. Do you know that was the second most yards he had in his career?
I know. At the end, I'm like, dang.
He threw for 295 yards and 40 rushing. When did Drake May have 330 yards of offense in that game? I have no idea when. But when they needed to play here or there, he didn't get the plays that he normally would have made. But, yeah, I was completely shocked that he put up that kind of numbers in that game. But, again, same thing with Will Campbell, same thing with Wilson. That was his age. That was a big brother messing around with his little brother. He knew everything he was going to do, but eventually you learn how to counter, and I think that'll come this season.
All right, let's take another break. When we get back, more of your calls.
From the Delaware Tiger Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. The flagship station of the Patriots, Bruins, the Celtics, WBCFM and HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group station celebrating 65 years of broadcasting. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, Winter Olympics, and y'all got to bear with me on this name. But anyways, American figure skater Ilya Malinin, I think that's it. Excuse me if I got it wrong, was the favorite to win, but fell twice in his free skate to fall to 8th place. The self-proclaimed quad god said just moments after leaving the ice that he blew it. Men's hockey Team USA will take on Denmark this afternoon at 3:10. Women's hockey Team USA in Germany tomorrow at 3:10. Men's college basketball, BC lost to California 86-75. Brockton's own, I'm going to keep doing it, AJ DeBonsa and number 22 BYU will take on Colorado at 4. And the NBA All-Star Weekend is upon us. Celebrity Game went down last night. Tonight, starting at 5, you have the 3-point contest, the Shooting Stars Challenge, and the dunk contest. The All-Star Game goes down tomorrow at 5. Your Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Premier Basement Waterproofing. Take advantage of 0% financing and call our guys now to get protected before all the snow melts and spring rain comes so you can avoid costly water damage. 844-LIVE-DRY or premierbasement.net. It's game over for water. I'm Leroy Irvin. Your next update is in an hour.
The Sports Hub. 3 legendary franchises on one legendary radio station. It's the Sports Hub. 2 local guys, lots of local sports talk. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's home for sports, 98.5.
In general, for some strange reason, a lot of people in relationships think Valentine's Day is all about the ladies. And, you know, it's very important. If you got a lady in your life, take care of her on this day. Take care of her every day. But today, I just want to make sure that it is known that it takes 2. Ladies, if you got a man in your life, he's important too. I know it gets quiet.
Did you hear the collective crickets?
I heard the crickets. I felt it. I felt it in my soul.
You felt it all in New England regions give you the side eye.
It got dumb quiet. Man. Everyone just hung up on the phone lines. Like, what's going on? Anyways, we're going to continue to talk about the Patriots, but right now we're just going to take a quick pause. If you have gamers, and for the record, I feel like I have to say this every single time we talk about gamers and video gamers. It's the biggest form of entertainment in the world, period.
I don't think it's close.
You combine, and this is a fact. You combine the amount of attention everything else gets, and it does not compare to video games. And the world's best Rocket League players, if you got kids, you know this game. It's like soccer, but with cars, and it's got a lot of crazy stuff. But anyways, it's coming to Boston, February 19th through the 22nd. $354,000 is up for grabs. It's going to be at the Agganis Arena. I know. And right now, so Blast is putting on this event, and we have the VP of Market Development and Destinations, James Woolard, on the phone. James, are you there?
Hi, gents. Thanks for having me.
What's going on? How's everything with you?
It's great. Thank you. Yeah, busy start to the year for Blast, but we're excited, and we're excited to be in Boston.
There you go. So what made Boston the right choice to host the first major of the 2026 RLCS season?
Yeah, good question. Well, I mean, Boston is a city with a fine sporting history. You clearly have some amazing franchises there with the Patriots, the Bruins, the Celtics, the Red Sox. So clearly Boston knows about sport and loves sport. So for us, it was a natural choice. We work closely with the city and with Meet Boston to make this an amazing event.
So how does this event at Agganis Arena compare to previous majors Blast has hosted globally?
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. So it's very nearly sold out. It's actually a return to Boston Rocket League, which is exciting. It's been there once before in 2023. So we think it's going to be a great one, fantastic atmosphere. And there's 4 top North American teams competing as well. So there's plenty of local interest.
Yeah. Can you speak on the crowd? Because I went to an event last year. It was at the MGM Grand. And I was shocked. Not that the place was sold out, I get it, but the amount of passion, enthusiasm that fans were showing for their favorite players. For those who kind of roll their eyes and think video games is just something to kind of like shoo away, if you can explain what it's going to be like in the building.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the best way I describe it is it's kind of like a soccer crowd meets basketball's fast-paced energy, right? The crowd will bring, they'll bring drums, they'll bring noise, they'll bring chants. And yeah, it will feel like a proper sports event. So if you haven't checked out esports before, suggest you come along to Agganis Arena next weekend and check it out.
And if you're not able to be there, are there other ways for people to watch?
Absolutely, yeah. So we have live channels, Rocket League channels, Rocket League esports on Twitch and YouTube. So you can tune in for free globally. We expect between 5 to 10 million views for the event. So you'll be in good company.
Oh my goodness. Now there's been a lot of ups and downs. Let's just say with the economy, and it has affected esports throughout the past few years, let's just say. But where do you see esports live events 5 years from now or so?
Yeah, we keep seeing our events growing and growing. So at Blast, we do 20 arena events per year. This year, we expect probably about 15 to 17 of those to be sold out. So we're seeing a real boom for esports. We have more and more big brands and sponsors wanting to come on board.
Nice.
And as far as we can see, esports will keep growing. I think in 5 years' time, you'll be seeing even bigger arenas, even bigger crowds, and even more passion. So we're excited.
Yeah, it sounds like already that this event is going to be extremely successful. What's the next step for Blast in this market, in the Boston market?
Yeah, so Blast runs 6 of the top 10 esports leagues and titles in the world, which is very exciting. It means we've got plenty more events and games that we can potentially bring to Boston. We operate big games like Fortnite, Rocket League, Rainbow Six, Counter-Strike, Dota, and now Brawl Stars as well. So there's plenty of options of things for us to bring back to Boston, working closely with Meet Boston and local partners.
Yeah, my kids have already hit me up. They say, all right, we got to go. We got to be there. If people want to attend, how can they get tickets?
That's right. So you can go on Ticketmaster, the official ticketing platform for the website. We've still got some tickets left, but you need to be fast because they're selling out. Yeah. Tickets for 2 days is about $100, so a very accessible price point. And we worked out it's only about $8 per hour of competition. So it's a very good deal, good bargain.
I'm telling you, these events are crazy. I didn't believe it, but when I got there, I saw it for myself. Cerrone, any questions?
I just have a quick question. When it comes to gaming in general, we're seeing a lot of reports of the newer systems or the new PCs and the cost and stuff like that. Do you think these economic impacts will slow down or hurt esports, or do you think the community is strong enough that we're all going to buy the new systems, we're all going to build the next PCs no matter the cost? But do you see any changes slowing you guys down in the future?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think for the top end systems that some of our athletes and competitors use, you want the good stuff, right? You want the best kit in the world. But luckily, lots of these games that we run and the titles that we run, you can play on fairly basic systems as well. So it's very, very accessible. So games like Fortnite and Rocket League, you can play on pretty much any PC. So if you want to be one of the best and be a pro, obviously you get the best kit, like with any sport. But luckily, it's very accessible to the general public as well.
All right. So again, people, the Rocket League Boston Major, it's going down February 19th through the 22nd. Adonis Arenas. Come on now, you get over there. It's selling out. So if you need tickets, go on and get it. We are talking to James Willard. He is the Blast's VP of Market and Development and Destinations. We appreciate you so much. Check it in. Will you be in the building? Will you be at the event?
I definitely will be. Yeah, I'll be experiencing the crowd, the passion, and the energy. Yeah, I hope many other people will be as well.
Okay, I'll be there. I'm gonna look for you, man. We got to link up.
Good stuff. Yeah, look forward to it. Thanks, gents.
All right, appreciate it, man. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Again, people, go check it out. If you have a gamer in your life, which chances are you do, the world is just dominated by gamers right now. Streamers and all that. That's an event that you want to get to. Anyways, back to the Patriots. 617-779-0985 is the number. Cerrone, we still got people on the phone wanting to talk about the Pats. Do you mind if we go back to them?
Go right ahead.
LaCar in Boston. What's up, LaCar?
Hey, what's happening? Well, first of all, Cerrone, you gotta accept my friendship on Facebook. I'm on Facebook trying to get your own friendship.
There you go.
But to tell you the truth, when you think about it, all 4 losses this year came from home, including the Super Bowl, because they have home field advantage. But in reality, they really don't have to make any moves and stuff. Drake may just have to get over his scaredness about throwing the football. Other than that, they have great defense and stuff all year long, even in the Super Bowl.
Appreciate it, LaCar. Listen, I get it. Patriot fans, you still believing in your team and how they're constructed. You love them. You sent them off. But let's be honest. Oh, yeah, some changes need to happen to that roster. And let's not act like they're perfect. They're just going to grow up over the offseason and be perfectly fine. There needs to be changes.
Because if the season would have ended in the regular season, they didn't make the playoffs, all we'd be talking about is free agency. And I think we have to keep that same energy, even though they made it far. You've said this along. It's like their better days are ahead of them because the team with their draft capital and money. I compare it to college football. The Patriots right now are the hot new college football team, and they got all the NIL money. It's that simple.
They're Indiana.
They're the Indiana. They're Indiana or they're Miami. The U is back. Even though they didn't win it, they're a market like Miami, and they have all the NIL money. By the way, they got Dylan Raiola from Duke. Miami going to be right back in it again. But anyway, the Patriots have everything. I mean, it's everything. They're going to be attractive. They have the head coach that players want to play for. They have the quarterback that people are going to want to play for. And they have a defense that's in place that other guys are going to want to be a part of. I guarantee you there was a bunch of guys watching that Super Bowl like, man, if that was me, I would have did this. I would have did that. If I was at guard, I would have did this. I would have did that. They're human beings. The Patriots are going to have the money. They're attractive. And they have all the young key pieces are already in place. The quarterback, the DB who's about to get paid, the head coach, the market they're in. This is a Boston market team. We just had a conversation about esports. This is an attractive area when it comes to making money. And those conversations we had the last couple of years about fighting over taxes when it comes to 1 million, 2 million head difference, they're going to scrap all that now. They got a chance to win. When you're a 4-win team, they don't want to spend extra money. But now they're looking at this saying, okay, there's something there. And when people evaluate what they think the Patriots are going to be next year, they never factor in free agency trades in this year's draft. They're gonna improve just like Baltimore, Kansas City, and all the other teams that people think are going to improve. The Patriots are going to improve as well and try and change their issues or whatever you might call it that kind of slowed them down later in the season in the Super Bowl. So what you see today from this team will not be what you see out on the field in September.
All right,
Unless they're the Red Sox.
Let's take a quick break. When we get back, more of your calls. I got some people who want to talk.
Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle. Leroy and Cerrone on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Before we get back to talking about sports, I have to pause because we got
to bring that begging back.
We have a major issue in this studio.
I heard.
Once again, these music lists just cause a controversy and conversation. Fantasia, When I See You, that we played before going to break. I'm not going to say no names, but somebody in this studio tried to say it was. He didn't say this exactly, but do people really want to hear that song? I need people from around the way, male or female, to call in and tell me if I'm bugging that See You by Fantasia is a certified bop around the way. It is.
Around every way.
Around, like what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
That song got her on Broadway.
The song is a bop. It just is. It just is.
It is. I'm not even the biggest fan of hers, but I know every word of that song. And I tap my feet every time I hear it.
I can't believe, and this is what happens every single time with music lists. 617-779-0985. Anyways, moving on, back to the Patriots. Unbelievable. Cerrone, can we talk about the veterans, and more specifically, I want to talk about two. So Stephon Diggs, he pleads not guilty. And just considering his on-field play and off-field reputation, he's not guilty of anything yet. It's just allegations. But taking all that into consideration, is he worth it?
Depends on what it is. How much you're paying him. Mm-hmm. How much. What is he going to cost you and all those things? And I wish I had, Alex Barth on here. He could break that down, like no other. But, I mean, it's just how much is he going to cost you? He's a good football player. I think he had a surprise season. I don't think anybody saw him playing that much football and go 1,000 yards, all those things. But I think we kind of – never mind the off-field. I'm just going to keep it on-field for now. We completely overlooked the fact that, he did come back from a torn ACL. His knee was all tore up, and he came back earlier than we thought. He was able to start the season. No one stopped and asked how that knee felt 20 games into the season. Did you think he even anticipated playing 20 football games on that knee? And no one wondered why his production wasn't the same in the playoffs? Not saying he was in pain, but wear and tear got him. Anybody play NCAA know that wear and tear get you? That wear, he was red the whole time. Every time Drake May called the play, Diggs was red. But anyway, he's a good football player. He's a talented football player. I think winning a Super Bowl and having a big game, if he'd had a big Super Bowl, it was conversation that he could be a Hall of Fame caliber player. But with that being said, I think you're getting to the point now where you're gonna eventually have to turn it over to somebody young.
Yep.
You have to find a younger version of Stephon Diggs, either through the draft or one of the guys you already got. If his targets go to somebody else, then so be it. I know you're going to lose that veteran leadership on the outside, but again, this free agency, you're going to be able to sign another veteran guy. You can trade for another veteran guy. Everybody wants A.J. Brown. You hear Carl Pickens' names come up from Dallas. I don't know if I want him. You talk about a guy who's here today and gone tomorrow. I don't know what kind of player that guy is coming into your locker room, but he has the talent for sure. But A.J. Brown, he's dealing with his stuff with Philadelphia. They over there winning Super Bowls, and he's still over there reading a book on the sidelines. I don't know if that's the kind of attitude you want now. He's very cool with Vrabel. That might change. You always want to be a Patriot. He's a Patriot fan. I get it. But if you can find another Pro Bowl caliber receiver, then you're going to have to move on from Stephon Diggs. Not because of off-field stuff, because like running backs, receivers, they hit a certain age.
Yep.
They go over Max Kellerman's cliff. It happens. It happens. Come on, y'all. But you have to find another guy eventually. And if you can do it, you'd rather do it now than pay him.
Right.
And then he falls off by week 5, and then you're stuck with nobody. If you can find his replacement, or if you think one of these young guys sitting there, Kyle Williams, Pop Douglas, whoever it may be, Keishon Boutte, who had a good season, imagine what he get with an extra 60 targets. But if those guys could take the next level, then you're going to have to move on there. And I don't think he's the only veteran that eventually going to move on from those tight ends. And no one's talking about them. I know I'm not sure the contract situation. I know Austin Hooper, I think, is a free agent, but you got to find young tight ends. You got to find a young guy that's out there to say, you know what, I'm a help on the offensive line. I'm a Chip Gronk style, and then I'm going to get open as well. You got to find another animal at tight end to give the young guy a target, to give him a young guy to run with him for the next 10 years at that position. There's veteran guys, Morgan Moses. Eventually, you're going to have to find a young right tackle. That way, we're not sitting here wondering why you're not running screen game or not running a lot of counter stuff, because you don't have younger guys that can move on the offensive line. I think all that plays into it. But you have to get younger in certain spots on this team. But it's not a complete overhaul. But I think Stephon Diggs and Austin Hooper and Hunter Henry, Morgan Moses, eventually you're going to have to make those changes.
On the defensive side, I couldn't believe it. A lot of people throughout the season were saying that, hey, Christian Gonzalez, they weren't quite sure if he was worth the potential money and paying him, and, maybe he doesn't fit the system, or, hey, if they're going to play zone, why do we need him? Are we all in agreement that that young man needs to be paid? And I don't think it should have taken what he did in the Super Bowl. But can we agree with that now? Or are there still people out there who are saying, I'm unsure about Christian Gonzalez? Cerrone, where do you stand with Gonzalez?
Man, I watched that man shut down both of the explosive players in the same game. He shut down both of them in the same game. Jansen was the offensive player of the year. He had 1,900 yards. He might get 2,000 total yards offense, whatever it was. He just lit up the Rams 2 weeks ago, and they had no answers for him. He looked like just another guy in a green jersey out there. Like, you didn't know nothing about him. And then he went out with the phantom injury, like, a little pain. He went with the NBA LeBron move. My back is hurt a little bit. Like, he was hurt, but next thing you know, he's back on the field and they're throwing bombs to him. It didn't work. Gonzalez shut that man out. He shut everybody out during the whole postseason. He was great all season. That was the only game they lost this year when him and Milton Williams both played. Gonzalez deserved to be paid.
That's right. Pay that man.
That man is a superstar. He is him. And again, you cannot judge DBs based on interceptions. Eventually, they stop throwing to him, say they don't get any. That man right there, if they would have won that game, he's the MVP.
Yeah, MVP. Yeah.
He's the MVP.
That's crazy.
He saved all those big plays for them.
Wow. 617-779-0985 is the number. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, Celtics. Things are heating up. Yes.
hot takes. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Appeals to a larger audience.
Is it The Way or You Love Me by Jill Scott?
Which one appeals to a larger, more diverse audience?
Fantasia.
I don't even know why it's even an argument.
Not saying it's better.
Right.
But it has more. Put it like this. It's the same reason why no one knew who Robert Glasper was when he won Album of the Year.
Right. Until Chris
everybody
Brown
was like, well, Chris Brown didn't win. It's like, because he has a bigger audience doesn't mean he's better. And at the Fantasia one, it appeals to more people, but I wouldn't put it over the Jill Scott track.
You go to college campuses, you go to high schools, you go on up to people in their late 20s, 30s. When that song come on, man, there's video of young men in groups singing this song because they love it.
Yeah.
All right, this isn't a music show; it's a sports show. Getting back to things. The Celtics and Sixers, March 1st. The game has been moved to from 6 o'clock to 8 p.m. and it's going to be a nationally televised game. Everybody's talking about it, and everyone is assuming that means that Jason Tatum is going to return during that game. Cerrone, if this is the game that Jason Tatum is going to return to, I need you to put your coaching cap on. I need the listeners to put their coaching cap on and tell us, how would you reintroduce him to a system, talking about the Celtics system, that's 35-19 and second place in the Eastern Conference without him?
You don't want my answer.
No, how do you do it, man? No, I'm saying, how do you do it and make it work and not tick anybody off and keep things, cohesive?
Look, I take that 2025-26 system, I throw it behind the bench, right in the trash can. hey, give me that 2024 system over there. Yeah, you go in the corner where you belong. I am the system. You needed a system to stay afloat. I'm the reason you're going to keep winning.
Okay.
It's that simple.
What does that look like?
It's, for example, the 94 Bulls had a system. Mm-hmm. They ran that system to a T. Jordan came back and threw that thing in the trash. I mean, we don't need that system. Give me that ball in the fourth quarter. You go where you go, and I go where I go. How about that? There shouldn't be Tatum has to adjust to them. Jason Tatum is a top 5 player in the NBA, hands down.
True, but take into consideration his injury. Coming
Jordan
back from an injury.
You go over there in the corner and stand there and wait for this open pass.
Uh-huh.
That's it. I don't want to hear it. Sam Hauser, you go over in the other corner. You stand there. JB, you keep being Jaylen Brown is the only one that has to make any adjustments. Everybody else, you go over there, you Peyton Pritchard, you know the deal. You already know. Don't even ask. What's the new guy? Vucevic. Mm-hmm. See what KP, you see what Al Horford did when we won the championship? I'm going to need you to do a little bit of that. Set that high pick and roll. I'm going to need you to pop here. I'm going to need you to roll there. I'm going to get you the ball where you need it. Don't worry about that. You're going to eat. I'm going to make everybody eat. I'm the tide that's going to raise all ships. That's why I'm making the big bucks and I'm all NBA and my billboard is still in Times Square. Let's not forget who I am. Jaylen Brown's the only guy that's going to make any kind of adjustments. And I don't honestly think Jaylen Brown has to do anything different because he played his game. He's been playing his game. He's been incredibly efficient at it. And I think him and Tatum are going to keep doing, they're going to be on the same page. I'm not worried about them two at all. And there shouldn't be anybody left on this roster who's feeling like, man, I'm not getting touches. You see what I'm saying? Like Jaylen Brown's the only one. And he's going to, his shots aren't going to dip. Jaylen Brown was already a 26-point-a-game guy with Tatum. He's not worried about that. I don't see him being worried at all. Vucevic just got here. He ain't practiced but one time with this current system, so he don't need it anyway. Throw that in the trash. We got Vucevic, Jason Tatum. The new system is Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Vucevic.
Yep.
That's it. We're going to run everything through them. Now you work them into it. You're not playing them 35 minutes a night off jump. Mm-hmm. You bring him off the bench to give him his standing O, and then after a week of that nonsense, he's back out there. I'm going to need you on the court. Because if he can't play 35 minutes, then he should not be out there.
Right. Let's go to, let's see, Joe wants to talk about the Celtics. Let's go to Joe in West Virginia. What's up, Joe?
Say, bro, Leroy, I'll tell you, the golden voice of Leroy Irvin and the voice of an angel raising up to the heavens in Whitney Houston.
Oh, yes, Lord.
But like a fast on a shiner out of North Carolina. Brother Cerrone. Brother Leroy, if you could ask a question of Brother Cerrone. And by the way, it's Valentine's Day,
yes, sir.
And it's Black History Month, so I want to celebrate it Valentine's Day for the duet, and it's a biracial one.
Okay.
And it'll be Charlie Pride and Dolly Parton doing God's coloring book.
We'll hook that up.
But what I wanted to say, I wanted to ask you to ask Brother Cerrone, Brother Leroy. This way we won't come out like we were wrong. But I feel that like JB needs JT and JT needs JB, and without one, they need the both of them together. Is what I'm getting at. And I always felt that it should have been a co-MVP in the NBA Finals when they took the NBA championship, and they can do it again.
Appreciate it, Joe. George, if you don't cut that off. I get it. I understand what he wanted.
I can hear it.
We ain't taking requests like that. My God. Unbelievable. Joe, we appreciate the call. Let's take a quick break because we need to talk about Jaylen Brown. Cerrone, I need you to think about this too. Callers out there, y'all can think about it too. 617-779-0985. How important is winning the MVP for
Cerrone on the Sports Hub.
Yeah. We're doing this one for all the ladies. H-Town boys. Kicking it with my boy Luke. For the 9-3, you know what I'm saying? Cause we will be knocking the boots.
Uh-oh.
G.I. Shazam Dino. They gonna do a little something for you real sexy like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. Check the verse.
All right, welcome back, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Woo, I need some water. Somebody bring me a fan. Tina, you in trouble later on? I'm just saying. Woo, it's getting hot in here. 98.5 The Sports Hub. Leroy and Cerrone show. I'm not going to say no names, but I'm not going to let this one go. Hey, Cerrone, Jill Scott, he loves me. I looked on YouTube. He has 16 million views. That's phenomenal. Oh, my God, great. Fantasia, see you. Over 500 million. We're talking about the Celtics. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum potentially coming back. Oh, see, y'all didn't know I could get ruthless. I could get ruthless. I ain't gonna say no names. I could get ruthless. Let's go to Tiki in Boston. Tiki, what's going on?
Oh, word. Thank you for putting me on. I appreciate your show.
Appreciate you.
I gotta say one thing. It's a team game. Nobody's gonna win by themselves. So if we get someone that's like proven to win championship, you gotta fit him in however you can. You know, with everybody included, nobody included, but that guy gotta be included. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we won. So basically, and the team that we have right now, they didn't win. I don't see anybody won from there besides Jaylen Brown. So anyways, I'm just saying that we're number 2. We could be number 1 with somebody just like JT coming back. We don't need him back. But I'm just saying, if he's just gonna want to be back and he's scared that he's gonna affect the team, his record says we can win with him. So let's just make sure we make it comfortable for him to come back. As a team, we should welcome the guy back rather than be criticized. Oh, how my stats gonna look when he come back? We don't care. We need the ring. Let's go. We need the banner. Let's go.
Appreciate it.
It's about all that.
Appreciate it, Tiki. I lost my train of thought because the computer froze, but yeah, you absolutely want Jason Tatum back. I mean, come on, what are we doing? My question though is just how do you do it without disrupting what they've already built? Because what they've already built is enough to be this, number 2, which is great. I get it. They have to alter things. But I guess maybe I need to accept the fact, Cerrone, that when he does come back, it will look a little bit disruptive for a short period of time. But just how do you get it to a place? What will it look? What does a good Celtics team that could win an NBA championship look like this season with Jason Tatum coming back? How does that eventually look really, really good? Is Jason Tatum, you got Jaylen Brown scoring close to 30 points a game? Does that drop down to 25? Things like that.
It does. And it's not just because Tatum. Vucevic as well.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a guy's been all-star 4 times or whatever, just 3-4 times, whatever. He's capable of getting, 18 points a game or whatever. So it's in this offense, he can get 18 and get 10, 11 rebounds a night easily with this group. So he's going to get more touches. He's going to get more shots. But notice the genius of Brad Stevens the past few weeks. He's kind of eliminated all the guys that want touches. All those guys that volume type players are gone. And it's basically guys that are catch and shoot. That's what they have left on the roster now. Vucevic is going to play his role with Tatum and Brown perfectly, I believe. And Jaylen Brown, his scoring might go from 30 a night, like you said, down to 26. I mean, that's 4 points. But his efficiency, he's still going to have big nights. There's still going to be nights where Tatum looks for him like he did in the past. It's not we can't act like Tatum didn't look for Jaylen Brown and they didn't look right together. Dude was already he's all NBA player with Tatum. We've seen it, champion, Finals MVP. We've seen him go for 50 with Jason Tatum on the court with him. We've seen Tatum go for 50 with Jaylen Brown on the court with him. They play well together. And they're at the point now where they're not children anymore. They're not guys that are 25 that peak too soon. They're not the 2025 Patriots. That's what they were before. They're champions now. They're older. They're getting closer to 30. The young guys are looking up to them like, yo, what do you want us to do now? They're like, we got this. Don't worry about it. They're at that point now where they're good players. They're hoopers, which means there's a difference between a basketball player, a specialist, and a hooper. Tatum is a hooper. He can play on the perimeter. He can play in between. He can play in the lane. He can get downhill. He can dance with you at the top of the key. However you want to play it, hoopers hoop. That's what they do. House is a specialist. Peyton Pritchard's a hooper as well, but he's going to do more so on the perimeter because of his size. Jaylen Brown became a hooper. He wasn't a guy that could dance with the ball. He wasn't a 3-level scorer early in his career. He is now. Now you have two guys coming into their prime who've won it, know what it takes to win now. With a center down low that's not going to get hurt every 15 minutes and with mysterious illnesses. He's going to be there. You're going to have these guys on the wing. I don't see, if they're healthy and playing their best, that's an impossible out for anybody in the Eastern Conference because they already were near the top. But I don't see much adjustment to how they play. I see adjustments in their efficiency. They're going to rebound better. Their defense is going to be even better because you're bigger now with Vucevic and Tatum. Your ball movement improves because Vucevic and Tatum can both pass the ball. And Jaylen Brown, we were critical of him not getting a lot of dunks and getting out on breaks. Guess what Jaylen Brown going to be now? On breaks, getting dunks. He's going to be one-on-one. No more double teams for JB. It's going to be even easier for the guys around once you implement not only Tatum, but Vucevic into this offense. And I think sky's the limit for this team right now, man. They're going to be smoking hot. But there shouldn't be much adjustments being made for this team. You just throw them in there and you keep hooping.
617-779-0985. That's the math. I asked before we went to break, how important do you think winning the MVP is to Jaylen Brown? And can he win it if JT returns? Let's go to Hunter in Grafton. He wants to talk about it. What's up, Hunter?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
I'll make this quick. Love the show. Yeah, he doesn't care. He won Finals MVP. And the proof in that is that Tracy McGrady, that's his guy. Yeah. And he reached out to him like, hey, I might want to run my own show. And T-Mac was like, don't do it, brother. Like, don't do it. And, he knows that if Tatum comes back, he's not winning it. Does he care? Maybe. I mean, if I were in the NBA, I'd want to win the MVP. But does he care enough for it to change things? I mean, I don't see it. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Hunter. See, my thing is, remember, he was upset that he didn't get, Player of the Month or Week?
Yeah, he thought he would Player of the Month. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think to some degree it is important to him, but like you said, Cerrone, them being older, the ultimate goal is to win an NBA championship. Then I gotta say, you know what? Jaylen Brown knows better. They're a better team when both of them are on the floor, not just him. And like you said, and it's easy to see, things will be even easier for Jaylen Brown with Jason Tatum on the floor.
Yeah, it's real quick. Should SGA not be MVP caliber because he got Chet and Williams?
Right. That's right. Yeah.
All the MVP caliber players got a sidekick or a guy with him, an equal. They all do. Luka playing with LeBron James. Should he not be MVP? Yeah. And they still suck. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't. Well, Wemby. The Spurs are like 15-2 without Wemby on the court. They're still winning without him. Charles Barkley kind of mentioned that. So all the MVP caliber players got somebody that they're playing with that's putting up good numbers and able to win. But if the Celtics were to take a leap and surpass the Detroit Pistons, who are playing great basketball right now, and win the East, Jaylen Brown still should be get MVP votes. He should still get first team All-NBA because he's carried this team all the way to the All-Star break. So you got to get credit for him for that. And he can't show any signs of fall off when Tatum comes, like real fall off, because then it's going to create questions and it's going to create a mess. But I think he's going to keep hooping, and I think their goal is to win another championship and keep it going. That's what they want to do.
Let's go to Vinny in Fall River. Vinny.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
Absolutely love the show, but you guys are bringing up Valentine's Day left and right, and you guys are talking about couples. Okay, that's fine. But I got to shout out to the single guys, and the single women. Hey, all the brothers and sisters of the Rubbers and Tuggers Club. Hey, love you all, just like myself.
I had to let him go. I really wanted to listen to more, but you know.
I thought we were done with all that stuff in the first 10 minutes.
Vinny, man. 617-779.
He was going somewhere, too.
He was. Let's go to Reggie in Connecticut. What's up, Reggie?
Jill Scott over Fantasia. Easy. Goodbye.
Bye. To the person, that's one person. Like I said, you in there. You know what? I'm going to say it. Jonathan's in the building, right? Jonathan.
You can't put his government out there. So
how do you celebrate one caller saying that when I tell you 500 million have watched Fantasia's See You and Jill Scott's 16 million? See, that's that one-sided stuff.
That's that LeBron.
That's that
right
LeBron mentality and that LeBron math. Like, come on, it's right there in front of you. 500 million, 16. You know what? If I wrote you a check, would you rather have 500 million or 16 million? No, do not put them on.
He says stop being emotional.
Don't put them on. No, I'm not being emotional. I'm not. I'm just stating the facts. And I don't get how anybody can say anything. Well, Jill Scott over that Fantasia song. That Fantasia song is kind of soft. All right, you tell 500 million that, and then go pull your 16 million and have a conversation with them. Danny in Plymouth, what's up? What's up, Danny?
Hey, what's going on? I don't know what's going on in Fall River, but forget that call. You got a top 6 player coming back, and we're even having a discussion.
I know.
Move, get out of the way, and let him play, and everybody was going to get fed. It's like, what are we doing?
I get it, Danny, but then you know what we keep dismissing is that he is coming back from an injury. That does play a factor. That does play a role in how the Celtics might want to look at this thing if he is actually coming back. Everyone's assuming. Everyone's guessing, but I mean that does play a role.
Can I say something about the date?
Yes,
I got my own date. I'm gonna put this on the record.
Put it out there.
I've already told my family this. I'm trying to make preparations to be in the building too. 985. Holla at your boy. March 14th, day after my birthday. That's a great day. I think my birthday's Friday the 13th this year too. Anyway, but March 14th, the Celtics play the Wizards at home. The Celtics will be coming off a West Coast road trip. I think it's like a 4 or 5 game road trip. They play the Spurs. I think it's the Texas trip. Then they play the Cavs. Should be a great game. James Harden and all that stuff. Then they come home after the road trip, and they got a nice, easy layup game at home in March. That's my Jason Tatum game right there. Okay. That's where I think Tatum will be coming. And it's on NBA TV. So you get the national TV thing too, and you get a nice, easy opponent after a long road trip. You're not bringing a guy back with a torn Achilles to go out on a road trip. You see what I'm saying? Sit in the plane for a week? No. Celtics after the road trip, March 14th, Washington. That's the date I believe Jason Tatum is coming back. You can go ahead and save this clip for the future because I already got it set in. I'm trying to get my tickets for the game now. March 14th, Washington Wizards at the Garden.
All right, watch this. We're going to take a quick break. We have your Sports Hub.
Over Fantasia. Easy.
From the Town Fair Times News. Dutcher and Hardy, Owen Beetle, Felger and Mass, the Bruins, the Celtics, the Pats, the Revolution. This is Boston's home for sports. WBC-FM at HD Boston. 98.5, the Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station. Essential Sports Hub headline. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, still waiting for the mathematician to call in and tell me how 500 million is less than 16 million. But anyways, Winter Olympics going on. Men's hockey team, USA, right now they are down, I believe, to Denmark 2-1. It's the end of the first period. Women's hockey team, USA and Germany tomorrow at 3:10. Men's college basketball, BC lost to California 86-75. Brockton's own AJ DeBonsa and number 22 BYU will take on Colorado at 4. And the NBA All-Star Weekend is upon us. The celebrity game was last night. Tonight, starting at 5. You have the 3-point contest, the Shooting Stars Challenge, and the dunk contest. The All-Star game goes down tomorrow at 5. Your Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Super Service Today. When your heat or hot water goes out, waiting isn't an option. Super Service Today's warehouse in Danvers is stocked with water heaters, furnaces, boilers, and heat pumps with same-day replacement, day or night, and always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com. I'm Leroy Irvin. The Leroy and Cerrone Show will be right back.
Diving effort. But he's got a breakaway. The backhand. Throws it in. Coming to the slot. The Sports Hub. Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Heard from anyone yet to tell me how $500 million is less than 16 million. I still haven't heard from them yet. See, y'all done touched the nerve. Jonathan, George, see, y'all done touched the nerve. I can stay real calm and collective.
Jordan, Jordan gets yelled at the most.
I don't want to hear it at the end of the day. That song by Fantasia, the appeal, it has more mass appeal. I don't believe I really had to go to the numbers. It was just in plain sight. It was in plain sight. It's nothing against Jill Scott. It's nothing against that song. The song is great. It's phenomenal. Personally,
I've seen videos of entire restaurants singing that song together.
No, there's no need. There's no need.
My pushback
because 16 million is more than 525 million. Jonathan, I don't want to hear anything.
My pushback to interject. Who's headlining? Jill Scott or Fantasia? That's
not what we're talking about. We're talking about that song. We're talking about a song. We're not talking about that song. Y'all trying to change things. They even in here talking about it's bots that pushed her stuff up to over $500 million.
Bots when that song came out.
We're agreeing to disagree.
No. Y'all don't like being wrong. And when you're given numbers, I'm asking you both because we couldn't find any mathematicians to call in. Right. I need y'all to tell me how over $500 million
to be diplomatic.
No. Wait a minute. How does $500 million how does $500 million not equate or is greater than 16 million?
I would say that's Fantasia's number one song, and I would say that there's no way to argue with the numbers, and the song is a banger.
So why are we arguing? Because that's what I was saying from the jump.
We're having two different discussions, I think, is what's happening, and
that's how we got here. Be her top song, though.
You're right.
We can't act like she's nothing now. Come on now. But to say like the way you were comparing songs and numbers and stuff like that particular song is a massive song. It's a massive hit on a huge level. Like I said, I think it was cruise ship. People on a cruise. The whole top deck was singing that song because it's just a song that a lot of people love. It's okay she's not Jill Scott to me is way better catalog than Fantasia. Not even close. But for one song, yeah, Gundam Style is bigger than anything Drake ever put out. But it is what it is. He's not better, but that particular song is a hit.
Anyways, we got to do the entertainment report. Let me calm down. And guess what? Jill Scott's going to be mentioned. Entertainment report. All right, so we got to start off with some more sad news, developing news from the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping saga. Authorities in Tucson, Arizona detained 3 people last night. Deputies pulled over a Range Rover. There were 3 people in the car. They put cuffs on one man, but he was later released. It feels like, Cerrone, the authorities concerned in this case are struggling and must be super frustrated trying to, solve this kidnapping.
Man, there's something Netflix documentary about this whole thing. It just doesn't. It's
not adding up.
It's a 4-part documentary coming out in 2 years about this one. And we're all gonna be sitting there like, oh snap! It doesn't make sense how a dude with gloves and took a plant and covered the Ring camera is that stupid, but yet could evade the FBI for 2 weeks like that. Nah, it's something real Netflixy about this one.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
Moving on to music. Wait a minute. Are you guys ready? One of the greatest soul singers of our time, Jill Scott, released a new album called To Whom This May Concern. It's been 11 years since her last album. There are 19 songs on this album. After only about 2.5 listens all the way through, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's worth a listen. I'm pretty sure that after I sit with it for a while, my grade's going to go up. But Cerrone, have you been able to check out the new album?
No, not yet, but I will today.
Check it out when you get a chance.
Jill Scott!
There y'all go. And a party is going down at the TD Garden tomorrow night. Neither the Bruins nor the Celtics will be playing, but the hometown legends, New Edition, are coming home for their New Edition Way tour. Not only will New Edition perform, but so will Boyz II Men and Tony Braxton, and not separately, but on the stage together. It's going to be a movie. I'm not sure if there are any tickets left, but if there are, just go to Ticketmaster right now. Cerrone, I'm going to be in the building cutting up.
There you go.
I might get arrested for trying to go on stage and be another member of New Edition.
I'll do it.
And speaking of New Edition, somebody might be calling in within the next 15 minutes or so. A legend, a Boston legend. He might be in the group. I'm just saying. We'll find out, and that's your entertainment report. Again, 617-779-0985 is the number. We got George in Warwick, I believe Warwick, Rhode Island. What's up, George?
Yes, sir. Yeah. No, I'm no mathematician, but here's how I could figure the numbers working.
Okay.
You've got, on one side, you've got, 15 million people or views?
Yep.
That's 15 million individual views.
Yes.
On the other side, you've got over 500 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's you, who probably accounts for 500 million by yourself.
George, you done figured it out. I done watched that video
you keep
for over 200
You've had it running
million
in your
times.
Time.
Yes. That makes all the sense in the world.
Oh, you pulled the Drake with the whole math, man, right there.
I'm getting text messages left and right. It's fantastic.
The weekend be doing that too.
It's when I see you all day. I how did this even become something?
Yeah, that's a Drake move right there with the call just brought up, but you ain't gonna go too far into that.
That was funny. Cerrone, the NBA All-Star Weekend is here. Personally,
is it?
It's I know. You know what? That's another conversation. We'll get to the NBA in a second, but can I just say this? Anybody else out there? 617-779-0985. Anyone else out there not feeling the connection with sports like you used to? My connection.
That's a good question.
Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about the Super Bowl, not the game, not halftime, not the commercials, nothing blew me away. I was like, man, why am I not feeling connected? Then you got the NBA All-Star Weekend. There's no excitement. You have the Winter Olympics. I'm like, something, I feel off. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I don't know. Is anyone else feeling that, Cerrone?
It's us. It's our fault. We can't focus. We can't sit down and focus and watch anything. We can't do it no more.
Yeah.
We can't sit still. There's a reason why more people are watching Netflix than going to the movies, because you can sit through and binge watch half hour a movie broken up into 15-minute episodes because you can stop and watch whatever. But to sit down and watch a 3-hour Oscar-worthy movie is impossible nowadays. People can't do it. You can't sit down and watch an NBA game. You can't watch an NHL game. We got so mad at Major League Baseball, we put a pitch clock. Come on, man, hurry up so we can go do something else and do nothing all day. We can't sit still, and because we sit and stare at the phone all day, we're getting hit with everything that we used to wait all week for. Like, think about NFL before social media. You waited all week for the pregame show to give you all that content, all the stats, all the matchups. That's why we watched it. Now, Monday morning, they're giving it to you. You get it on Get Up, then you get it on First Take, then you get it on First Things First after the first thing. Then you get the podcast all between. By the time you get to Sunday, you're like, oh, here we go. NBA, same thing. We get all the highlights. We get all the stats. They show if you follow NBA anything on Twitter, they show you last week's highlights today. They keep doing it over and over. So by the time the game's on, it seems slow. It seems boring. We don't want to watch it because we're so caught in the highlights. We're so caught at the fast pace. Get on my phone. Give me 15 seconds of it. Let's move on. Songs are cut down from 5-6 minute songs. So hits now are 2 minutes because they made for TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's our fault because that's what we're addicted to now. So we can't consume it. They didn't show any trailers at the Super Bowl because we done seen them all week on our phone. We didn't have social media when the first Transformers trailer came out, and we was at a SoFi 15 years ago blown away. Like, yo, did you see that? Now, because of YouTube, we saw the trailer 2 weeks ago.
Wow. 617-779-0985. People have opinions on this. We're going to take a quick break. When we get
more Leroy. local guys, lots of local sports talk. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
When Bron didn't get in this, he f***ed the whole tradition up. When Cole slapped the floor, told that let's go one-on-one, and he passed it, he f***ed up the whole tradition. Bro, he slapped floor, you supposed to nail it to the three, boom. What's up? Y'all supposed to go right there. Right. Lord didn't want none of that motion. He swung here. Get that. Damn. That's when mama was like, nah, see, you don't want this new. Right, talking crazy. I hate to get to these. That's what really happened. Yeah. And ever since then, we've been off the trajectory.
And I forgot, like, you know what? I was talking about why I don't feel connected to sports as much. We can't let the players off the hook either.
Yeah.
LeBron James, he's not the only one, but we're just going to use him as an example. One of the things that really ticked me off is that he never did the dunk contest. And as a fan of basketball, entertainment-wise, that's something that you wanted to see. You never got to see it. And then you have KG mentioning this part, like the competition within the game of the All-Star game, which, let's be honest, it's not the same as the regular season, but it's really fallen off now where the competition isn't crazy at all. But we got the players are part of the issue too. Cerrone, real quick, let me go to Scotty in Boston. Scotty, what's going on?
Hey, Leroy.
Yeah.
Cerrone, it's been a while. It's been a while. Good to see you, man. And Leroy. So two quick things. Okay, you just stole the thunder, which is the reason why I don't think the players and people care about playing for the All-Star game. You said this to me about 15 years ago, Leroy. You said it's about doing it for the love.
Yeah.
They're doing it for the numbers. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to bring me to my second point. If we just look at the numbers of Fantasia, she wins. But hang on. You and I both know Big Pimpin' did big numbers.
Yes.
But we all know Shook One shakes the culture, right?
Yes.
So it depends on how you want to judge it. From a number standpoint, Drake does big numbers, right?
Yep.
Started from the bottom. But We Gonna Be All Right shakes us as black culture.
Yes.
So do you want quantity or do you want quality? For me, it's about quality. And when you sing that song, Is It the Way by Jill Scott, It shakes the culture. When I See You, it's still the more popular song.
Yeah.
But I just think it's what do you like? So that I just wanted to say those two things.
Appreciate it, Scotty.
Scotty.
Yeah, it comes down to what you like, but we were talking about mass appeal. Mass appeal is not about what you like. Mass appeal is what do the masses like? They still back there arguing, trying not to pay attention. I ain't playing with y'all. Anyways, go ahead with the whole LeBron stuff. Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. No, what's your point with LeBron?
Yep.
Here's the thing. Oh, sorry, you got me?
Yep, I can hear you.
The thing with LeBron, we can't give him credit for his influence on the NBA and then said he has no influence on how the players act in the NBA. LeBron changed everything with the NBA player because he was the face, he was the leader, and they follow that. The player movement, not playing 82 games, not being in the dunk contest, not caring about all-star games, all those things was LeBron James. And once they saw him do it, everybody followed behind him. And like KG said, once Kobe challenged him like every great passing of the torch in the history of the league did, and he didn't accept the challenge, it was a wrap. Anthony Edwards didn't want nothing to do with it. Tatum, we love you. He ain't want nothing to do with it. None of the young guys, Luka and Jokic out there playing patty cake up and down the court. They didn't want nothing to do with it. There's no it's the league now. It's the way the league and the players play. It's never going to change because now you have to change 400 guys. It's not going to change until the new face, whoever the new young face is, comes out there and starts embarrassing people for not playing hard. You get a young Kobe coming in with that mentality, and in an all-star game, he drops 70 because everybody's standing around. He's letting them know it. Then they'll stop playing hard because of their fear of being embarrassed. LeBron didn't do any of that stuff because he always wanted to control the narrative, and he didn't want to look bad doing anything. I'm not doing the dunk contest in case I lose and look bad. I'm not playing hard against Kobe in case I lose and look bad.
Right.
I'm not staying in Cleveland in case I lose and keep looking bad. I'm not going to retire and go home with my wife like I should have because I don't want to give up my scoring title. I want to put it as high as I can because I'm losing and looking bad, so I have to keep something to hold on to. It's been LeBron the whole time, and it's not going to change until the day he leaves, and it should be this year, by the way.
I saw a video. Somebody was talking about why they don't feel connected to sports as much, and they were using championship celebrations as an example.
Okay.
Let's take KG, 2008, anything's possible. He's yelling it at the top of his lungs. You see the emotions. You see like how much they are enjoying the moment, all that they put into getting to this moment, and they succeeded. And they say, you look at, let's say, I don't know, OKC last season. You look at this year's Super Bowl. Everybody's just going around, dapping it up. Hey, thanks. Hey, it's great. You don't get the emotion.
But part of that too, Tatum won it and got emotional, and everybody clowned him and said he's copying Kobe.
They did.
Simply because he cried holding the trophy. Like 76 other guys didn't cry holding the trophy. But they saw Tatum cry holding the trophy, and they clowned him for it. So what do players do now? They cry in private. They celebrate in private. They don't do anything in public. I'm pretty sure SGA got all crazy emotional, but again, afraid to look bad in public or on social media, he held it in until he got somewhere private and didn't show his emotion. No raw emotion. Seattle didn't celebrate because they're boring anyway. I mean, they did. No one noticed. We had turned the channel by then. If Drake May would have won it, he would have cried on that court, on that field. He was crying in the postgame. But we get on guys for showing emotion. Guys got on Drake May for throwing his helmet.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a thing. We get on guys for showing emotion, but then when they do, we criticize them and say, well, they don't show no emotion no more. Yeah, because they got a million comments about them being too emotional.
It's like,
so what are they supposed to do?
Everybody's to blame. It's like, it's the fans, a portion of the fans. It's social media. It's the players. It's just, I don't know. I personally, again, Winter Olympics, I should be really into it, but I'm not. I'll literally have it on and just looking, not really going, ooh, nothing.
But part of the issue with the Winter Olympics is half the results we know them before the game come on. It's like, we knew Lindsey Vonn took a tumbler down that mountain 8 hours before it was on TV.
Oh, man.
So why should we sit there and watch it if we already saw the highlights and her being airlifted? So we knew the figure skater yesterday that be doing the backflips.
Yep.
We knew he came in 8th place before it came on TV. Why are we watching then? Put it on at 4 a.m. and we'll watch. If we don't, we don't. But don't give us the results before the matches and expect us to be locked in. And it's on 19 different channels. Come on, son.
617-779-0985 is the number. We'll be right back. When we get back, it looks like people want to talk about this some more. We'll talk.
Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle. Leroy and Cerrone on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Home.
I feel the connection to sports like we used to. Something just seems off. It really, really does. Before we go to Fred, who wants to talk about it, he's in the car. I just also want to put this out there too. Later on, towards the end of the show, we're going to do things differently. We're going to go old school with radio. There once was a time when people would call in and they would, shout out the person they love. It's Valentine's Day. We're going to go old school. We're going to do that again. So if you want to show your boo some love on air, 617-779-0985. Start lining them up. Make sure your boo knows that you're going to shout them out on air. We going old school with it, okay? I wouldn't be shocked if somebody from prison calls in.
You had to go there.
If you want to make Drake May your Valentine, that's fine too.
And real quick, make sure it's your boo.
Yes, no side chicks. None of that
have
mess.
Us in the middle of a Netflix documentary.
We don't condone none of that mess. Again,
wait, who?
617-779-0985. Start getting them lined up now. You will have your opportunity to show love to your significant other on air. Sometimes going back to the old way is okay, and that's how I feel with sports sometimes. I don't feel the connection.
Real quick, man, before you go to the caller, my kids and they just lit me up and called me Unc because I destroyed LeBron James. And, his approach to ruining NBA as we know it. And I just want to let my kids know he did ruin the game. I'll be Unc forever because I watched basketball before LeBron, and I'm looking at it with LeBron and after LeBron. That man ruined everything about the game that I love so much, and I can't wait for him to leave. And I'm glad Wemby said no when they asked him, will he miss him if he retires? Shout out to Wemby. I'm going to buy a Wemby jersey because of that.
All right, let's go to Fred in the car. Fred, what's going on?
All right, man. I want to give a lot of love to Piper. She is the love of my life.
Aww,
she's my Australian sheepdog.
Okay, that's what's up.
Fantastic.
That's what's up.
All right. The other thing you were talking about, I think what's changed is money, and especially guaranteed money. I think that changes everything.
Appreciate it, Fred. He's got a point.
Yeah, money did change it. Yeah.
The struggle and the unknown had people out there playing for their financial life. And so you even if you weren't feeling it, you showed up and you gave it your all. And now, I don't want to say just the guaranteed money. I just think the amount of money, it's so much money. I mean, you can be a young
25 years.
Right. That's a lot of money. And the effort just seems to disappear.
And real quick to the caller's point, when it came to All-Star games and All-Star weekend in general, that was a great way to make extra cash. Like, remember, there was so many people in the 3-point contests. They used to have split screen. There were two guys going at one time because there was so many. And you had times where guys were free agents and weren't even on active rosters. Craig Hodgson in 1 year won it like that. He wasn't even on the team. And you used to win. It was like $500,000 if you won it, $250 for second place. Same thing with the All-Star game. That was extra money if your team won. So it was the other incentive. So if you was a guy making $800,000 and you could win $400,000 or whatever it was, winning a dunk contest 3-point, you got in. I'm gonna try and see what I can do.
Yep.
Whereas now, like I said, the last guy on the bench make $15 million a year. What is that $100,000 gonna do for him in the dunk contest? And no one wants to look bad. So no one wants to be the guy to miss a dunk in a dunk contest and go viral. So you end up with, who's in it? Who's in the dunk contest? Does anybody know?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's a problem.
It is a problem. And I would like to say this to those who are worried about what people will say if they see you, let's say, miss a dunk or something. We've seen missed dunks. Nobody is talking about that person this day. No one's like, but remember when so-and-so?
Nate Robinson missed dunks for 5 minutes straight.
Like nobody really talks about it. Come on, y'all. My God. 617-779-0985. go ahead. Go ahead, Cerrone.
Let's add something else to the dunk contest thing. Y'all keep telling me this era is the fastest, strongest we've ever seen in NBA history. Can you name the 10 best dunkers in the NBA right now? Think about it.
Right.
Yo, how many athletes are there really? The Celtics. There's like 3 dudes on the whole team that can touch rim. It's like the game is totally different. There's very few, especially all-stars. There's no all-stars that are true athletes anymore. Yeah. And I think that plays a huge part of it too. There's actually not a lot of guys that can do it. And you end up with people saying, oh, there's no more dunks you can do. It's like, no, you guys can't jump no more. That's the problem. Shoots threes.
Yeah, 617 again. I'm looking at the phones. Phone lines, people are starting to call in. If you missed it, in just a matter of minutes, we are going to go old school and allow you, the listeners, to call in and show love to whoever it is that you want to show love to for Valentine's Day. We're not going to let you sit on here for a minute or so and just go on.
But real quick. Just give a shout out to whoever it is.
If you're in prison and you're listening and you want to call in, that's fine. 617. You never heard about prison mail? Oh, yeah.
You got George back there with the collect calls, man.
Hey, if it happens, it happens. 617-779-0985. You see, we're talking about connection in sports. In my humble opinion, radio can do a better job at connecting with listeners. I'm not saying you go all the way back to everything
tell it. Go ahead.
that we used to do, that used to happen in radio, but why not allow listeners to shout out who they love? Huh? Why is it? It's not all about us. It's really not. There's a conversation going on between you and I and guess who else? The listeners. So the listeners, now is your time. 617-779-0988.
Taking your calls, giving hot takes. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on 98.5.
It's probably around some places, but for today, on a sports station, yes, it's Valentine's Day. Call in 617-779-0985 to shout
sports
out
fans need love too.
Boo. Absolutely. We might as well get to it. George, hit the music, please.
This is dedicated to the lover, and you, and you, and you.
Once again, 617-779-0985. We're going to take care of home first. I just personally want to say happy Valentine's Day to my wonderful, beautiful, sexy wife, Tina. I mean, my God. What a gift. What a gift. It's crazy how we got together and never would have saw it, but she has been absolutely everything that a brother has needed. Just peace, joy, laughter, deep conversations. You the best. I'm coming to get you right after this show ends. We gonna go out. We gonna have a time, and then we gonna have a time. If you get what I'm saying, Cerrone, the floor is yours, brother.
It's easy. Happy Valentine's Day to not only to my wife but my best friend. Since Valentine's Day of 2002, I believe. This is my best friend. I always say without her, I'd be in a van down by the river, just lost. She's been my best friend for the longest time. We enjoy laughing at children and old people together. Our sense of humor, we have so much fun together, and we have been just joined at the hip. That's my friend. That's my buddy. Beautiful. And I love you, and happy Valentine's Day, baby.
There you go, George.
Hey, Miss Elizabeth, to my forever Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day, my lady. I know I don't get as romantical as it was in the beginning, but you got something waiting for you as soon as I get home.
There you go. There you go.
So I appreciate you, all that you do for the family and the kids. Yes. You are the irreplaceable one.
Yes.
Would not be able to live the same without you.
Beautiful.
And I also wanted to shout out my brother. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Tony. Happy 32. You also get a Valentine's Day shout out.
There it is. George, if you could bring it down just a little bit, just a touch, because now we're going to the phones. And we're going to start off with someone who's very important and dear to my heart. And if my father was here, if he could whisper in my ear, I'm pretty confident he would want me to tell my own mother, happy Valentine's Day to you. So happy Valentine's Day. I'm getting choked up, mommy. And here she is, my mother. Mom, what's going on?
Why do you want to do that just before I come on?
Oh, it's the truth. What's going on?
But I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to my original four and their spouses and the mothers of my grandchildren and all my grandchildren.
That's what's up. Thank you, Molly. We'll talk to you. Love you too. Love you. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, let's keep it moving. Not trying to get too emotional. Let's go. Danny in Nashville. Danny.
I just want to say shout out to Brianna Tyson, my rock, my stability, and honestly, the best woman I have ever met in my entire life. I love you, Brianna Tyson. Thank you.
Wow. That's dope. This is dope. I love it. Again, 617-779-0985 if you want to shout out your loved one on this beautiful Valentine's Day. Yes, it's happening on the Sports Hub with Leroy and Cerrone. Let's go to Evelyn in Needham. Evelyn.
Hello, this is Irwin St. James.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was 1906, 1907. They called it football, but it was just a sock full of tuna fish or peanut butter, whatever we could find.
Sorry, I got to keep it moving, man. Couldn't understand what you were saying, but I wish you the best. Let's go to Corey in New Hampshire.
Corey. Hey, man, it's Corey. Nice to talk to you guys.
Oh, appreciate it.
Shout-outs going to Sonia. She's the best. She's my best friend. She saved my life. And I love you. And she's beautiful. She's smart. She's watching kids right now. And without her, I don't know where the hell I'd be right now.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Corey, that's what's up. Murph in Florida.
Yo,
hey.
Just want to give a shout out to Darcel Bray. That's my baby. She's the love of my life. I got her and Honeybee sitting at home with me right now. for just taking care of business at home on this Valentine's Day. Leroy and Cerrone, love you too.
Oh, man.
Keep it up. Your mom's fantastic.
Appreciate it, Murph. Thank you. Let's go to Jonah in New Hampshire. Jonah.
Shout out to G Mama. Happy Valentine's Day. You're the best. Love you.
Oh, I mean, love is the best. 617-779-0985. Steve in a car.
Hey, guys, I just want to give a shout-out to my two beautiful daughters. And there's nothing like a father's love for his kids. And they're with men that love them and protect them. I'm blessed. And I always wish them a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
There you go. Beautiful. Jay in a car.
Oh, man, I just want to give you a shout-out, Leroy. I appreciate you doing this. It brings me back to the crosswind in WLB. I've never heard of Billy tone in like 35 years. So I just wanted to let you know that I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Jennifer, and she toured MCL a few weeks back. I was going to bring her to the New Edition concert tonight, but I made some alternate plans for her. And I just wanted to let her know that I love her with all my heart, and I appreciate all you guys do over there on the Sports Hub.
Oh, man, beautiful. Appreciate it, Jay. Let's go to Chuck in Southie. What's up, Chuck?
What's up, boys? So I met my wife 15 years ago, Hurricane O'Reilly, silly string party. It was absolutely wild. Now we have three beautiful children. She's a stay-at-home mother, and she is the rock to our family. Jesus shines his face upon our family, and I swear, if you put your faith in him, he will do the same for you. God bless, boys.
Oh, bless you, Chuck.
Gotta shoot your shot.
Let's go to Daniel in Situate. Daniel.
All right, I just want to shout out my girlfriend, Erica, the mother of my child. She took the kid in the house in the divorce, but I'm hoping we can get it back together.
There you go, Daniel. I hope you guys can work it out, too.
Work that out.
Let's go to Jordan in a car. Jordan.
Hey, guys. Hey, great show. I want to give a Valentine's Day shout-out to my wife, Jen. We've been married for 2 years, and our daughter, Ellie, 15 months old, and our son, Braxton, who's 8.
Appreciate it, Jordan. Wow. I mean, just phenomenal. Love. I can hear people right now. Oh my God, they're talking about love on the Sports Hub and not sports. Get back to sports. Shut up. Today is Valentine's Day.
We got sports tomorrow.
Sports is going to be around. Sometimes you got to pause for the cause, and the cause today is to show love to that loved one in your life.
What you just said is true. Sports will be here forever. The loved ones won't be, man. Sports going to be here. Celtics going to be here next 100 years.
Yep.
But that spouse, that loved one, your family, your kids.
Yeah.
No, show love when you can.
Love.
We're trying to give you the opportunity and the platform to show it in a different way.
Exactly. We've pretty much run out of time for you to quickly.
Not just because.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
I just want to shout out somebody for love.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and do it.
My beautiful boyfriend, Scott. That man saved my life.
Okay, there it is. Love is love. I thought he was going to say something